Hi guys, how you doing? So I took 2 day trades today and also a forward test. And in last video I forgot to cover a trade of last week, a forward test. So we're gonna cover 4 trades in this video. First of all, the day trades that I took with risk. We start with GBP, JPY. We had a 4-hour liquidity sweep, which you can see here, old 4-hour high. I can't switch to the 4-hour time frame, otherwise it's gonna kick me out of the bar replay. That's why I showed you that way. So we sweep this here, nice little sweep, and we get a nice instant reaction. Flip in momentum. Here you see how choppy the bulls come up, and then we have a clean takeover of the bears. So we have a first leg, close below, and what I really like seeing is that we make a second leg right away, confirming the flip of order flow. Although I have to say the second leg is not so clean. It's very wicky, has a wick at the bottom. Then we come up very choppy, and I was thinking maybe I get in after this candle, but I wanted to see if we dump and if we get a second leg here, like another clean second leg, that I can get in from that retracement or whatever. So I was still not really confident. I was gonna see a little more, and I was gonna see how we react from this fair value gap. So sure enough, price chopped its way up into this fair value gap and showed a nice bearish candle here. And the bearish candle could look better, to be honest. Could engulf this here or whatever, but it closed super bearish. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna trust my high time frame liquidity analysis here. We swept so much liquidity here, so I was confident that we're gonna take out all this balanced price action. This is where we came up from. Look at how balanced this everything here is. So I was confident that this is gonna sell off. And when we play price forward here, I got stopped out right away. This didn't happen since a long time. I lost my last day trade on 10th of March, also on GJ. And it's just what sometimes happens. We can't always be right, you know. And I'm at peace with this trade, was completely to the plan. So I take this loss on the chin. Ultimately, when we jump here to the live markets, price had to just re-sweep that. And that's a little bit of a danger with these minor sweeps, okay? If it's just one single M5 wick, it can always be a trap. I ruled a trap out here because how we came down and how we came up and how we rejected here. But it's hindsight. Ultimately, we can't always call the market. And I'm happy with sometimes losing a trade. I mean, my win rate has been great this year, so this was way overdue, to be honest. And yeah, just a trade to plan, all good. The next trade I took, let me just prepare that, was on EU. Okay, so here is the setup on EU that I took today. Again, I can't switch to the 4-hour, unfortunately, because of the stupid bar tool kicking me out then. So this was a 1-hour inducement high that I was waiting for the market to take out. We take this out, and we have a short chop and then a nice sell-off. Breaking structure, closing below this here, forming a new trend line here, and we are on the verge of getting our second leg here. We just need basically one tiny little close lower to have a second leg. So for me, in some cases, I see the formation of a second leg and I don't really wait for it to close below. If it closes like that, like if it really has a bearish close, almost making a lower low, in that constellation, for me, it's enough to justify a short. This looked to me like it's gonna absolutely melt, okay? After we take out this liquidity pool, I am aware that this is, from a high time frame perspective, this is the price range, okay? On the 4-hour, this is the price range. So I'm selling in discount. That is obviously not ideal. And I was taking the risk of that though. I thought in the context of overall how my bias was on DXY as well. I thought DXY is gonna continue higher today. I was accepting the risk of this not being ideal, okay? Obviously shorts are better from premium, from somewhere up here. So I took this risk. I thought the low time frame is confirming enough that the market for now wants to come lower. And let's see how this trade plays out. We come up, mitigate the top supply, and reject. Fail to break the high, which is great, but then we also failed to break the bottom. Here I was getting a feeling in the stomach that this might not be a winner. and sure enough, we get stopped out once more. So this turned out to be a trap, and actually, in my opinion, a very good trap. Because for me it looked really convincing that it's gonna sell off. But you know what, I'm gonna take that back, because it wasn't actually a trap, because I just remembered that the market just completely ripped into the other way. So a trap would obviously mean that we get stopped out, stopping all the early sellers out, and then see the real move. But there was no real move today. This was just a bearish market. So I was wrong on direction, and I prefer to be wrong on direction versus getting trapped, because getting trapped for me mostly is a rookie mistake or lack of experience, and I sorted those losses out for the most part. So if I lose a trade today, mostly, also on GJ by the way, mostly I'm just wrong on direction, and that was the case twice today. So I took 2 losses today, minus 4% on the funded account. It was my worst, because I risked 2% now. It was my worst trading day in terms of monetary result. But I'm sitting here and I don't really feel upset, or I wasn't in the trades like shaking, you know, oh, the risk, all the potential payouts, no, because I'm just exposed myself to that so much that I'm just used to that, used to have so much risk open. And in the end, it's just 2 losses. Like, I am sitting at 4 wins and, 11 wins and 4 losses now this year. So these couple losses, they are overdue. They're to plan. Both setups were fine. So for me, honestly, it was just another day in the office. And I'm very grateful for having that experience now, to know my edge, to know that there's data behind it. And if I win, it's another day in the office. If I lose, it's another day in the office. I take my 2 trades, obviously with the daily drawdown limit. I can't take a third one. I wouldn't also, because a normal day trading day doesn't give more than 2 setups anyway. So in the end, it's just another day in the office. Yes, I took 2 losses, whatever. I'm not gonna lose 5 in a row. I mean, most likely not. And even if that sets me up for a nice winning streak after, I know my data and this is just what it tells me. So I'm completely cool with it. So these were the actually taken trades with risk. I take my forward tests also, by the way, but only with 0.01 lots, just for accountability. And I took a trade on USD CHF today as a forward test. So let's jump right into that one. So this is USD CHF. It's a little similar to the EU loss that I took. Okay, so again, it's just the other way around, basically. It's just flipped on its head. So we have the 1 hour and 4 hour, in that case, inducement sweep, tapping into 4 hour fair value gaps here. Again, I cannot jump to the 4 hour because it jumps me out of the replay mode. So we have to see it here, okay? So 4 hour sweep, 4 hour imbalance tap. First reaction, very lackluster, but then we get a mitigation and a nice push out. So we have a second leg, the leg that confirms the flip of order flow to me. Let me just make that a little bigger. Super clean second leg closing above, and then we get this rejection. And this is where I decided to enter with 0.01 lots, just for accountability, to take it as a forward test. I didn't take it with full risk because we were high up in premium. Buying in premium is bad. And here I sold in discount, which is the same. On EU, I sold in discount, which is the same problem. But here, additionally, it was not my session. Again, I'm not used to trading London. That's why I'm a little hesitant with taking full risk on that, just forward testing it for now. So the combination of this not being New York and being high up in premium made me only take it as a forward test. So price action was actually pretty sick because I was at no point in drawdown. It just ripped into profit, making a healthy price action here. Then we shoot down, but no panic. We still have demands to mitigate here, especially in the stop loss area. But we don't even get there. We come higher. Nice bullish order flow persists. Target, by the way, is just 2R here. I thought we are gonna come higher anyway. And then we have we have CPI data released. So you're gonna see a big wick now. This is early New York. Then we have the CPI data released. Missed me just slightly. But now I have news liquidity at my TP. So that is a nice confluence. That makes me even more confident that we're going to take profit out here. And ultimately what do we do with news liquidity? We sweep one side and then we go for the other. And that was just a beautiful trade, beautiful setup. Not A+ because it's high up in premium, and for me personally, it's just a London trade. I need more experience in London for stuff like that to be taking. But yeah, maybe that was the ounce of sand on the scale that made me take EU today, because this was a premium buy and it worked. So I thought, oh, maybe subconsciously I thought, okay, so I can take a discount sell on EU as well and just copy paste that basically. Maybe that, but I don't regret the trade on EU. It was an intuition based trade that had its technical confluences as well. So don't get me wrong, this is not me whining or anything. I think I would take it again, probably. So that was the forward test of today. And I forgot to cover one forward test of last week in the last video. So let me just search that up and then we're gonna go through it real quick. So this is AUD USD from last Friday. And now I'm on the 4 hour. Now the replay tool doesn't want to rape me, so that's nice. We have here on the 4 hour almost a sweep of this inducement, and this is the exact reason why I only took it as a forward test. If this wick would have taken out this wick, this would have been a high time frame inducement play, and I would have been all over it with my actual risk. Okay, so but it didn't. Okay, it didn't take it out. We only mitigated the New York supply of the previous day, but we had a very nice shift on the low time frame. Very nice first leg that breaks structure with multiple imbalances. This was also clean on the M15. No, it wasn't. Memory tricks me here. So it was only clean on the M5. We get an initial rejection here, but I think, you know what? This kind of looks like it's gonna work. It doesn't look like a trap to me. But it could be. That's why I was only taking it as a forward test, especially because we had this 4 hour high still standing here. So I took this as a forward test and made a lower low right away, then swept the inducement, coming lower. So this is nice price action so far. Obviously Friday is getting late, momentum fades, so I wasn't expecting a full TP hit at that point anymore. But you never know, right? So I was just letting it do its thing. And ultimately, here I closed it just before the market closed. So it was 1.2 R banked on the forward test, so that was nice. And obviously, fundamentally, a lot of changed over the weekend, over the market closure, which is why we gapped here and then ultimately wouldn't have worked out. So I managed it right at the bottom, which is nice. And yeah, guys, that's it. Just as a conclusion, this was my worst trading day in terms of financial outcome, minus 4% on the funded account. But in the end, again, it was just another day in the office. I'm cool with it. Makes the next trades more likely to win in terms of from a distribution perspective. And yeah, I'm grateful for just having all the data behind it now. That makes me so calm, makes me so stoic, and I can just do my thing, and every day in the office is kind of the same, no matter how the trades end up. So that's the video. Thank you guys for your attention. Leave me any feedback in the comment. I really appreciate your comments and love. So thank you for that, and I catch you in the next one. Take care.